Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on this coach, man. I was about to get the alternate line minus 130, but that's the only bet I want that I ain't got besides the Jets. Oh yeah, baby. We are live. We are back. It is a huge day, and not for the reasons you think. This is episode 200 right here on Captain by a Hook. Also, my man Jaden Chandler Parnell, who will be with us momentarily, is celebrating a birthday today. Give a round of applause and give it up for the young man JCP for getting things popping. Now, we have a lot to talk about. It is week 3 or week 2, depending on how you count in college football. Also, week 1 of the NFL season got underway last night and is ready to kick off Sunday, baby. But I do want to talk about the Thursday night football game that everybody's talking about. Louisville, baby, 56-0 over Murray State. How do you like those odds? Anyway, without further ado, let's dive into the full slate of football games. My man, JCP from the JC Pod on YouTube, writer, owner, philanthropist of StareDownSports.com. My man, Jaden Chandler Parnell, what's the damn deal? Happy birthday once again.
Boss. I appreciate it, though. I really do appreciate it. Another day, another dollar, as the old men say. No, it's a beautiful day outside. Woke up, it's a little cool, a little chilly. Hopefully the heat's going past us. The fall weather's in. And we had some football last night. It was truly awesome.
Man.
Even being on the losing side, that was I honestly was a really fun game to watch in general.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Somebody should have told me Kadarius Toney had the Lions money line. Told his grandma to put it in.
That was hilarious. I love that. Damn near did.
Man, that's probably the worst performance I've seen from an individual player in my life on a football field.
One of my biggest things I want to talk about it. I mean, you saw the touchdown pass that he dropped. Arms. He tried to catch with the body. He needs to catch with his hands. That's the biggest thing bothering me. And very next play, Patrick Mahomes throws it to Sky Moore after he dropped the touchdown. Sky Moore catches the ball because he used his hands. That's the biggest thing that makes me mad about Kadarius Toney. He just uses his body way too damn much. I'm not against body catching because there are instances you need it, but in general, you shouldn't go to the body catch in almost every situation. I mean, that's literally why he dropped that ball. You can tell the way Patrick Mahomes reacted. I think he saw the bot tried to body catch his phone. I think that was like a mother little bit, but man, that was frustrating. A little bit frustrating by our boy Kadarius.
No, I thought the same thing watching it live, and honestly, it's the reason. That's the main thing about football at the pro level that has turned me off the last few years. Not only the rule changes and everything getting a little softer, but these receivers that are supposedly the best ever and the most athletic ever, none of them can catch. No matter what team you're looking at, there's a few of them that can. But for the majority, all you see is people throwing fists out there and trying to catch it with their forearms. And I just don't get it. If Kadarius Toney, like you said, turns his hands and catches the damn ball, like you're taught to catch the damn ball, we're probably talking about a different result.
Even over the shoulder. You just have to sit there like this instead of trying to do a bicep curl to catch it. My boy too skinny to do that.
I know. Receivers need to really think. And I'm going to put it to you in the simplest terms ever. When you talk about a receiver who can catch, what do they usually say? That boy got hands. I've never heard anybody say, now that boy got some forearms.
They do not. That boy got some forearm strength. No, that was honestly, there was Mahomes threw a pick six too. So it's not all on Kadarius Toney, obviously. They go for a 4th and 25. But that's pretty frustrating when you have good opportunities for catches. And that's just the biggest thing. Biggest takeaway from, I would say, the first game. 4th and 25 ? And hands. That were my 2 biggest takeaways. Hands and 4th and 25. Unbelievable, dude. 4th and 25. The football gods, like I told you, even gave him a chance not to go for it. And what that just told me is they had no faith they were going to stop Lions defense, which yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That's going to be interesting now to watch this.
Which don't make sense because you take the pick
One more
six
thing, real
away.
quick, by the way, before you go.
Go
Chris
ahead.
Jones might be a big winner tonight. Chris Jones might be a big winner because they were running up the middle with ease, I would say. Now you can go ahead.
Nah, that's a great point. We saw Nick Bosa get his stuff resolved earlier this week. Chris Jones unfortunately couldn't, and they did miss him. I don't know how much they missed him because without that pick six, Lions struggled mightily to get points on the board. I don't know. Even if the Chiefs don't score on that drive, just to not give the Lions 7 points off of a drop pass would have been huge. But at the end of the day, great way to open the season. 1 point game. Great game. I'm looking forward to the rest of the slate now. I wish they had a doubleheader last night or something. I was just ready to get football going last night after the game.
They did. In Louisville and Murray State.
That game,
bro brother had a doubleheader.
I know that game was going on at the same time. It's funny because I was looking at the line before the game. I didn't bet anything on it, but I was like, Louisville minus 43. Them boys tripping.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was something like that.
The racers, baby.
I could be off from a few points, but it was like 40-something points. And I'm thinking, like, that's horrible. I should take the other side plus the points, and they end up winning 56-0. And I kept checking the score just out of curiosity, and I'm like, hey, these boys putting it on them.
Putting in work, Jesus.
Putting it on them. But, yeah, man, I figured because Saturday comes before Sunday, we could start off with some college football before we get to the NFL. You know what comes before Saturday? Friday, baby. Friday night, baby. Tonight. I don't have anything tonight. You was talking to me before we got on about Kansas, Illinois, and I might ride with you on this Kansas bet. Tell me what
it already dropped -5. By the way, it's already -110 over -115.
What is?
Kansas money line, or sorry, not money line. The spread. It was -115 when I literally took it a little bit ago. Now in a different book, it's -110.
Oh, I thought you was talking about it dropped from -5 to -3.
Oh no, sorry, no. I think it was -3.5 potentially when it opened. It was about this. It wasn't too much bigger.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about these two teams. I'm gonna be honest with you. These are two basketball schools in my head, and every time
pretty much.
I literally am picturing Bill Self versus Brad Underwood.
Might as well be the matchup, honestly. No, but to give like quick little tidbits, basically give you like 3 or 4 bullet points in each team. Start with Kansas. Last year they were one of the they were the TCU before TCU for the first few weeks. They were really blossoming, and then all of a sudden TCU took over. Kansas kind of steadied off because of Jaden Daniels. I think he got injured a little bit, and that hurt. Jaden Daniels is back tonight for Kansas. Really big play. This is the team who is going to take long possessions. They are going to probably score a lot. That's the goal for Illinois last week. Excuse me, sorry. They played Toledo. And for those of you who also were riding with me on Illinois, they covered for about 2 minutes. It was 19-14. They get a pick 6. Then they score like a touchdown or 2. They're covering by 10. And then all of a sudden, Toledo storms back and took a game-winning field goal for Illinois to win at home versus Toledo. Don't get me wrong. I still think Toledo's a decent team this year and everything. But the fact that Illinois hung at home with Toledo and now they're traveling to Kansas getting Jaden Daniels back. They dropped 50 on another team with a backup quarterback. And I know the other team's kind of butt cheeks. But give me Kansas -3. It's just keeping it as simple as that. If I had to lean anything in this game, I kind of potentially would lean under a little bit, but I'm not going to touch any of that because it's about, I would say, in the middle perfect area. But I really like Kansas -3 just for the fact I watched Illinois last week, and boy, I thought they were going to lose to Toledo. The fact that they won that game was a miracle. I felt like I stole a bet right there, honestly. They didn't cover, but I was able to get money line to save a little bit. I'm not going to ride that roller coaster again. Give me Kansas this week with Jaden Daniels.
Hell yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to put it in my best set right now. Taking some time.
By the way, only game on Friday too. Sorry to interrupt you again, but only game on Friday, so I mean, might as well have a little action. Why not?
You don't like Indiana State, Indiana? I'll just messing with you. Indiana's 30.5 point
damn, that's on
favorites.
today.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's today. My fault, boys. I'd maybe take the 30.5. They only lost to Ohio by 20, and their defense actually is pretty decent. So.
I know. Them in-state rivalries, though, always scare me, even if it's a small school.
Yep.
And it's not like Indiana has, like, blow people out the water talent.
Yeah, exactly. That's a stay away from me. I say their spread is 30.5 and over-under is 44.5. I'm good. That's all I got to say. I'm good.
Hell yeah.
Disgusting.
Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna be on Kansas -3 tonight. Talk to me about some of the early games you like on Saturday in the first slate. I think all of my bets. I don't have any nighttime bets yet for Saturday. I got 6 bets placed. All of them are either the 11 o'clock or the 2:30 window. I don't know
Got
if you have anything by time slots, but let's talk some of these early games. If you want me to throw some games at you, I can.
I'd say we can bounce back and forth. If I miss a game, feel free to run. I'd say we can just feel free to I'll just bounce. I'd say. First off, do we just want to stroke ourselves for Colorado? Do we want to spend a little bit?
I'm gonna be honest. If you want to,
It's -2.5 now. I'm taking that too. By the way, that's all I want to say about that game. Give me it to. You go ahead. Go ahead real quick before I get into it a little bit.
last week, if you missed the show, if you don't watch the show, we were going over week 2's lines, and I was scrolling down and I saw Colorado, Nebraska for this week. Colorado +8.5. Live on air, I said this looks fishy. This looks funny. Why the hell is Colorado 8.5 point dogs against Nebraska team we just watched? They just lost Thursday night. And so boom, we ended up taking the bet. And then by the end of the TCU game, everybody knows what happens. Colorado line moved down to damn near even. Now they're 2.5 point favorites. So I will officially say this show is the first show to give out Colorado at +8.5, and
I didn't hear anybody else give it out that I listened to.
it's probably the best
I love
value I've ever given out in my life, just because of how the line moved. Even if
That
it
was crazy.
loses,
10-point swing.
yeah, even if it loses, it's the craziest
okay.
value I've ever given out.
No, honestly though, that was something that's really insane. I think that's just if that shows you anything, that just shows you that sometimes the media can get to the bookmakers' heads a little bit. That's all. That's just basically all the media saying like, it's Colorado. And I don't get them wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think they should have been 20-point dogs probably. But after we saw basically to sum it up for the next game as well, what I saw from Nebraska was, my lord, up 10-3. They did not impress me at all.
I don't even remember who they played, but it was ugly.
In Minnesota.
Yeah.
They were up 10-3 against Minnesota. They fumbled the ball away to lose. Nebraska has already shown that they're going to do the same stuff they do every year. Play really well during the game and then just shoot themselves in the foot till they lose. When it comes to Colorado, their offense is going to be really awesome. They want to play. The biggest thing is Colorado can get this high pace going. Nebraska's done. That's basically what it's going to come down to. Nebraska's going to want to really slow it down. Colorado's going to want to speed it up. And one of the biggest things I heard from somebody I was listening to, if Colorado sells out, basically like stop the run and just forces them to beat them with explosive plays, that will also go play into Colorado's pace of play. And I think Colorado will be able to beat them bad if they go to that. Because the biggest thing Nebraska can do is run the ball. Their receivers didn't impress me at all against Minnesota. Their quarterback is athletic as hell, but
can't throw.
When throwing, he can throw the ball with some zip on it, but I ain't gonna promise it's gonna get there accurately.
Yeah.
So give me Shedeur Sanders, give me Deion Sanders, and also the biggest thing to end of the day, we're gonna go with coaching. Matt Rule, his biggest thing is year two. Deion Sanders, man, what a leader of men. Give me the leader of men, Deion Sanders. I'll take the -2.5 as well, and hopefully get a little bit of double dip action. I already got the dessert waiting for me on the greens. After I just got to drive this ball and get a little bit more.
The funniest thing about this game to me is Colorado going from a team everybody said won't win 4 games to being ranked 22nd in the country.
You know what they were ranked? Did you know what they were ranked last week?
I don't.
84th. They were 84th in the country, jumped all the way to 22.
I will say this, and I think that Colorado beats Nebraska easily. Nebraska. But I will say...
Biggest thing I will say, one thing before you go, sorry to say, the run game does scare me for Nebraska. I did want to touch that up because Colorado is a little bit lighter in the front seven, but like I said, their offense is way better than Nebraska's offense.
Yeah, my point I was about to make was Colorado might still be a little overrated. They had a great game, and I think that was the perfect matchup for them. Like you just said, their defense and their offense is perimeter athletes. Who knows what's going to happen with a team like Nebraska who just wants to pound it, take the clock down. I mean, there's a lot of ways to offset athleticism on the outside, and just don't let them even get involved. I don't know if Nebraska's going to do it. You got Matt Rule, who it's always weird when you say NFL coach in college because what does that really mean? But he does have a lot of football experience.
College coach before he went to the NFL anyway, so it's like.
Oh yeah, he's turned around dozens of programs.
Yeah, it's just a weird stigma. I don't. I agree with that. It's just weird. I think Matt Rule's still a good coach. It's just you got to think about it, people. It's Nebraska, and he didn't bring that Louis with him. Dion brought that Louis.
I like that. That
That
boy
Louis.
Deion Sanders said, "Get the hell up on out of here." Uh,
Bringing in some Louis. I love that guy.
Notre Dame, baby, the Fighting Irish.
Give it to
Both
me.
of one of our favorite schools taking on North Carolina State, baby. Notre Dame favored 7.5 points right now. Over under
I got
set
two
at
stats.
50
For you.
and a hook. What'd you say?
I got two stats for you on this game. One, NC State at home is something like I forget what the record is. It's like 47-14 over every certain years. Really, really, really good. So I will admit that does scare me for a little bit, but I'm going to be on Notre Dame 7.5. I'm going to tell you why. Notre Dame, since signing a deal to play ACC teams in 2014, 44-4. They just come in, they give them money, they take the money, and they get out and handle business. The biggest thing is going to be NC State's defense is pretty good. I like Notre Dame's offense with Sam Hartman this year. Give me Notre Dame minus 7.5. And I will be looking to live bet this number and definitely try to get the money line if the money line drops a little bit for sure. Because I am scared of the minus 7.5, but like I said, I really like Notre Dame in this game.
I'm with you. I put the 7 in a few days ago. Still like it at 7.5. I think they win this game by double digits. I don't care about stats. I don't care about the past. Give me Sam Hartman to have a game to put him in the Heisman conversation this week. They beat up on two below average teams the first 2 weeks. Somehow in week 2 they're on their third game. Don't tell me how that math works. Notre Dame.
But it's week 2.
Yeah, it's funny to me. It's just a joke. But I think Notre Dame comes out and proves a point against North Carolina State. Not that North Carolina State is Georgia or Utah or anybody like that, but North Carolina State is a Power 5 school, top, like you just said, 44-14 at home. Give me Notre Dame to prove a point that they are here to be for real. I think this is a college playoff team or on the fringe of it. Come December and January, I think we'll definitely be talking about Notre Dame being that 4th or 5th team in the college football playoffs. And I think I think tomorrow is the day they can prove it. Sam Hartman has a huge game. Notre Dame gets rolling.
Game.
Give me Notre
This is a
Dame
big game for them.
by double digits. I'm on the minus 7. We'll take it at 7.5. Right below that game, you got Utah taking on Baylor. I have one play on this game, and it's on the total, not the side. I just think it's a little low. I'm going to be on the over 47.5. I think this game gets into the 50s easily. Not sure where you are on this game, but I think both of these teams, even though they run the ball a lot, can put up some points.
I got nothing on this game. Baylor's missing their starting quarterback, who was really effective at throwing the ball. So, and I don't know what's going to happen with Cam Rising. If I was going to take anything, I'd be on Utah's side. But past that, yeah, I'm just not going to touch this game. I don't mind you for taking 47. It's not a bad number at all for college. But yeah, the fact that Baylor's quarterback, who's really good at passing, is out for like 2 to 3 weeks, and I don't know if Cam Rising is playing. I'm just out. That's just me personally, though.
Nah, yeah, that's the beauty of gambling, man. Ain't nobody forcing you to bet nothing.
But I'm just kidding.
Wait, I don't have to bet now.
If I had to, no, I'm just playing. I got nothing on that game.
James Madison, Virginia. Who cares? Purdue taking on Virginia Tech. I haven't bet this game yet, but man, oh man, I've been wanting to bet Virginia Tech minus 3 all week. I took Virginia Tech last week minus 16.5. Happily cashed that in. Purdue, everybody knows what happened to Purdue, as they were literally probably the most public team. Like, everybody was betting Purdue last week. And if you say you wasn't, you're lying to me.
Paid $1.2 million to lose to Fresno State.
Hilarious, humorous,
Disgusting.
exhilarating. I don't know if Purdue can turn it
True
around,
sports.
and I don't even know how good Virginia Tech is. But minus 3, it's one of those bets that I just keep looking at, and I might have it in by kickoff, I might not. But Virginia Tech minus 3 would be where I'm at on this game.
I want to take Purdue, so I'm just going to stay away because I hate them. Next game. I just can't. I can't with this game. There's a lot of the public I see that's like, no way Virginia Tech's going to beat it. No way Virginia Tech loses. The other side, like, if Purdue wins, it's not an upset. I'm going to stay away. I'm going to give them a little bit longer under Ryan Walters. But I saw something. I think I wrote about it on Stare Down Sports shout out about. I think it was like I heard that Ryan Walters takes him a little bit, especially for the defense to get rolling. So I'm just gonna give Purdue a little bit, and then I'll come back to him probably.
That's the beauty of college football, man. Week to week, you never know what you're gonna get. You can get a team lose by 30, next week they win by 25. It's a beautiful sport for that reason. I love the big spreads. I love the big totals. I love the competitiveness of the NFL, but it's something about just straight up old fashioned, take them to the wagon and blow them out that I like. Where you at on any of these games in the 2:30 slate? I could read them all off, but I'd rather you just throw out the bets you got.
30 wise. Oh yeah, that's 3:30 for me. My fault. I always for the time change. It always takes me a minute. I'm like, we don't got.
My bad. Yeah, yeah.
No, you're all good. It took me a minute. I used to be Central too, so I'm still trying to like get back to it. One thing I lean to. I'll just burn through them real quick because a lot of these are like I don't have a lot of like say. It's just more of like I like a side on it. UMass baby, I can't get away from those Minutemen. They're playing Miami of Ohio. I'm simply going to do it the fact UMass scored 14 on Auburn, who actually looks to be impressive this year, and Miami of Ohio scored 3 on a Miami team that I'm not too impressed by their quarterback. So I'm going to take UMass +7 at home. Give me that a little home dog action. I haven't had a home dog. There's one of my few home dogs this week, so I'm like, why not? Arf, arf. I'm going to take Texas A&M -4 for the same reason I just said. I do not trust Miami's quarterback. I think he has a lot of arm talent, but sometime with the decision making, I'm not all the way there with him. And I just think Texas A&M is just a little bit more talented, just a little bit. And I think Miami won by 38-3, but I don't want to say I was impressed by it. I'm not going to take anything away from them, but it was just one of those things where it didn't impress me enough to stay away from Texas A&M. I want to lean Northwestern because it's a Big Ten team against UTEP, but I'm staying away. I don't want to even touch that team that has the dong to butt cheeks.
They looked horrible against Rutgers. I was
horrible.
Rutgers
felt bad for them.
Yeah, I was on that game on Northwestern side, and whoo! Shout out to you for the under though. You gave it to me. I gave it to a few people, and they text me back like, "Shout out to the under," and I was like, "Hey man, say man."
I literally took the under because I didn't expect Northwestern to score over 10 points, and they didn't. They scored 7 in garbage. I mean, they might be garbage. I got 2 more games, and then basically I'm just riding with you. Texas State, I'm going to ride that, and then I'm going to probably ride you with Ole Miss, even though I am a little bit scared of Tulane. But those 2, I'm just riding with you. But yeah, I gave what I just gave out before that. My goldfish brain. Texas A&M -4, UMass +7, and then I'm probably going to take Texas State spread and Ole Miss spread. I am very intrigued in the Iowa State game. I got nothing on it, but I'm just intrigued in the battle of the Iowas.
Yeah. How can you not be? Yeah, man, 2:30 slate. I actually like the Texas A&M, man. See, I want to bet Miami +4.5 at home. I'm not going to. I think I have 3 or 4 bets for this window right here. My bad. I'm getting lost in the sauce over here. I am on Ole Miss, and I think that this number should be closer to 15 than 7. I think Ole Miss wins this game by 20 or more. I think Ole Miss is just going to outdog on the line. I think they're going to beat Tulane on the perimeter. I love Tulane. I love the Green Wave, Uptown New Orleans all day. But I think they're just outpowered and outwitted in this game, coaching-wise and talent-wise and just burly-wise. Tulane's a small school. Tulane's an academic school. Even if you're in New Orleans, you'll probably go to Ole Miss before you go to Tulane to play football if you got talent. That's just what it is down here. And that's the problem with Tulane. As good as they can get, they can never get great. But I do love Willie Fritz coaching, and I do love Tulane, and I am rooting for them every day. But Mississippi -7, -7.5. I mean, it's probably my best bet of the weekend. I think this game is going to be a 20 to 28 point victory for old Mississippi. Texas State, baby. I got the money line at +330. I doubled down at +360. And last night, boy, oh boy, I'd be lying if I didn't tell you I tripled down at +400. Every time this line gets bigger, I'm jumping on it. I'm either going to regret it or love it. But I think the book's scared to adjust to Texas State. I think that Texas State's coach is an offensive genius and will be coaching at a big school in the next 4 to 5 seasons and be very successful in this league.
Quick question for the people. Do you think UTSA is better than Baylor? That's all. That's all I got for the game, basically. That's why I'm taking Texas State. Exactly. I don't think they're better than Baylor, and Baylor was.
No, I think this is disrespectful to Texas State. I think this is one of the games that not a lot of people bet last week, so bookmakers didn't get burned on. I think if they got burned on, I think if this had the attention that the Colorado game had, this number
Oh
would
yeah.
be damn near even.
What? Damn.
But I don't think anybody's looking at Texas State. I'm trying to yell it at the rooftops. The other number I have on this game is obsolete, but I have the over at 63.5. It's now 66 in a hook. 3 points is tough for me to say. I would still take it because I don't have to make that decision. I already got it at 63. Gave it out earlier this week at 63. If you watch the show, you might have that number also. But I'm on both of those sides for this game. And then the last over I have also moved, and it breaks my heart. 57 in the hook right now. Syracuse taking on Western Michigan. I'm on the over. I got it at 55. 55 in the hook. I think I'd still take it at 57. I think this game gets into the 60s. Western Michigan, one of the fastest pace offenses in week 1 or week 2, depending on how you count. And Syracuse looks like they're a little better this year than the past few years. Not that they're going to be a juggernaut or anything, but give me both of these teams to just run up and down the field, put some points on the board. Give me the over 57 in a hook. And yeah, man, I think that's all my plays actually for the week. Texas State, over on Texas State, over on Syracuse, over on Utah, Baylor, Notre Dame, Ole Miss. That's all the plays I
Nice.
got for this whole week. I don't know if you have any other games you want to talk
I
about.
got 3 more, and I'm all Gucci.
Yeah, throw them out there and we can get to
Um,
some grown man stuff.
Yes, sir. Actually, I got 4 more. Because I decided I'm gonna finally take something in Texas, Alabama. We'll go first.
Can't wait to hear that.
We're gonna go UConn, baby. Give me UConn on the money line, or I'll even probably take spread too. They are dogs to Georgia State. That's all I got. That's basically why I'm taking UConn. I thought UConn played pretty decently against NC State, who is only 7-point dogs to Notre Dame. So I'm just gonna by that logic. I know that's terrible logic to go by sometimes, but I think they should be able to play decently to Georgia State, honestly. So I'm just gonna take UConn there. I was impressed by them last week. Eastern Michigan, I'm probably gonna take their spread plus 20 because it's Minnesota. That's about it. I just don't like I don't trust Minnesota either. I don't got much numbers on you for that.
Nah, they look
We'll go.
just as bad as Nebraska in that game.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't think either team deserved to win that game. I wish you could have gave them both losses. One more before I get to Texas, because I know it's the game everyone cares about. Give me Auburn minus 6.5 going to California. Cal, I mean, they beat North Texas by 30 or something. I mean, I don't know if I think Auburn should be able to handle them. I mean, I don't got stats for you in that one really either. I just think it's one of the things. Hugh Freeze, his first true road game with Auburn. I think they should be able to handle Cal. Honestly, I mean, that's just very simple as that. And then finally, Texas, Alabama, man. I've been deciding all week. I think I'm finally going to do it. Give me Texas plus the money. They should have won last year, but Quentin Ewers got hurt. This Alabama team is not as good as they have been in the past. Jaden Milroe, I think his name is. I forget what it is. Jay Milroe. I think it's Jordan, something like that. Jordan Milroe. We'll say that. Milroe. I'll just leave it at Milroe. He's not bad, but he's pretty. I'm not going to trash the kid because he's not too bad at all. It's just like, I don't know how I feel about his arm, like his arm and the accuracy and everything. So I'm ready to see it a little bit more. I do like Quentin Ewers. And if you think about Texas versus Rice, there's a good chance Texas overlooked that game. They've been preparing for Alabama for 3 weeks. I'm very excited for this game, and we can take the team with the plus points. And if you think a good way to look at this game, if you think Texas is going to win, take the over. If you think Alabama's going to win, probably take the under. So if I'm going to take Texas, I might lean the over as well.
I like the total correlating with each side. Just to throw a tidbit on that game, I think, and it looks like you can get a 7.5 sometime today or tomorrow if you wait. I'm not telling you to wait because you might get a 6.5 and be pissed off. Sometimes playing the waiting game for a better line works against
FanDuel's
you.
at plus 7, so it's looking like it's moving the other way.
Yeah, minus 105. I think it's moving Alabama's way.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. You're right. My fault. I didn't see Alabama's odds.
Oh, you good?
I said that backwards.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I mean, plus 7.5. Some people love the hook. Some people hate it. Here on this show, we're captain
Maybe
by a hook.
either burned or saved by it.
You dig? Oh, man. Just one more game I want to throw out there. Houston minus 9.5 over Rice. I don't know. Number feels a little short. I haven't touched it yet. Texas, Alabama, I've just been ignoring all week because, sheesh, I don't even want to think about that. And Wisconsin minus 6.5. These are a few numbers that I like. I don't know what to do with any of them. The 6 bets I got in, I gave out to you. Moving on to Sunday, baby. The Grown Man's League. National Football League. I've been talking about this all week. I don't know where you want to start, or if you want me to just jump in and start throwing games at you left and right.
Dude, let's just do how we do, baby. I don't mind. Whatever we want to do. I really don't mind. We can just go straight down from 12 to Monday. We can just bounce around. It really doesn't matter to me.
49ers.
I don't got my stuff in any particular order.
Favored by 2.5. Steelers plus 2.5. Money's been coming in on the Steelers all week, which is opposite of what people think should be happening, especially with the signing of Nick Bosa.
I don't know. I heard Tomlin's home record. I think Tomlin's like 19-4-1 as a home dog in his career. So I think a lot of people hear numbers like that and they're just like, "Oh, Steelers." But I do agree. The fact that Nick Bosa did sign and the number's still at 2.5 is intriguing.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this would go 3, 3.5, 4 before it went to 2.5, 2, and boy, was I wrong. I think the 49ers are the most overlooked team. They're my team I got winning the Super Bowl, and I hate them. So I don't know. And I love the Steelers. If I had to bet this game, I would bet the Steelers. I don't have anything on this game. I don't know if you have anything or any thoughts on this game. I just think San Francisco is one of the toughest teams to play against because of their defense. But we are in Pittsburgh. They do have the steel curtain. Pittsburgh is a grimy-ass team themselves. We saw the reports this week of Minka Fitzpatrick covering up the logo so nobody can step on it with the ropes. They take a lot of pride down there in Pittsburgh in their Steelers. And I think Kenny Pickett
Pretty city.
is going to turn into, and I don't know, it's just, you got to put stuff in people's minds to understand what you're saying. I think Kenny Pickett takes a huge step to rookie Joe Burrow or second-year Joe Burrow, depending on how you look at it. And I also think the two wideouts he has, Pickens and Johnson, will become an elite 1-2 punch this season. And, of course, I think Najee Harris is a top 5 back in this league. I love the Steelers long-term this season, week 1. However, I'm staying away from them. Have nothing on this game.
You know what's crazy? The San Francisco 49ers might beat the Steelers of the NFC because basically you can literally replicate everything you said and put it towards their team, and it probably could fit. Brock Purdy might take a step in their second year, be good. They got 2 wide receivers on the outside, Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel dominant. They got a really good running back in Christian McCaffrey. It's crazy. I have nothing in this game really. I think it's gonna be a very physical game. I'm excited to watch it. It's gonna be one of those games I'm just excited to watch. I just can't get myself to bet either side because I'm very high on both these teams. So it just might be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, if this was week 4 or 5 and I didn't have 7 bets, 11 bets already, including props,
Right.
I probably would jump on some kind of side on this one. I will be looking at I do have a play in this game, but it's a prop. I got Najee Harris anytime touchdown plus 125.
I like that one. I like it. I would take that. Or McCaffrey if you like the other side. If I have to pick somebody, I would take either of the backs.
I forgot I took Harris literally last Sunday to anytime touchdown. Panthers.
Crazy after the LSU game.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell nobody but you. I don't even know what happened. LSU was getting that ass whooped. All I know is I was online. I placed about 13 bets for NFL that night, last Sunday night, and I just liked all the numbers. Didn't want to even wait or watch numbers move this week. Numbers I had written down. The numbers were better than at the moment, if that makes any sense. So like I had Eagles written -4.5. I saw -3.5, and it was like, whoa, let me just put this in. Let me put this in.
Spamming that button.
Yeah. Panthers, baby. Taking on, you know what I'm mad about? The Bengals line is moving towards the Browns, but we'll get to that in a second. Panthers plus 3.5 taking on the Dirty Birds, the Atlanta Falcons. NFC South matchup brawl. I'm going to be honest with you. The whole world's on the Falcons this year. I think they get that ass bust this weekend. I think the Panthers come out and win this game. If I had to bet this game, I would be on the Panthers, especially plus the 3.5. Even if the Falcons win, I think it's going to be one of them ugly-ass games like we just saw last night, 21-20, 19-16, something ugly. And I'd be on the Panthers to keep up with the Falcons. I don't think the Falcons have any kind of ability to blow any team out. And not even because I'm in love with, what's his name, Bryce Young. I think he's going to be a bust. But I think he plays good enough to play against the Falcons.
Yeah. I'm going to give you some stats. No, honestly, the reason I'm so scared of this game, I am going to take Falcons. I just don't know if I want to take the spread or if I want to do like a fun little like maybe it might be a teaser game. But it's the Falcons. So number one picks and their start have not won a starting game since I think like 2000 since David Carr. They have not won that. And Frank Reich, from personal experience, let me tell you, I'm going to put emphasis on this. He fucking sucks in the first games. He is awful. He's lost. I think he's like 0-4-1 in his first games coaching. He's absolutely terrible. And then, yeah, there's just a lot of bad juju when it comes to first picks, first new teams, and all that. Carolina Panthers are missing Brian Burns, who's one of their best defenders. That scares me a lot, too. So I'm personally going to be on the Falcons for all of those reasons, but I just don't know if I can. I might grow the balls and take the spread, but I don't know if I'm man enough. That hook right there is just bothering me so much.
Yeah,
They're going to win by 3 if they win. I already know it. I can feel it.
Yeah, I mean, if you like teasers, I think this is if you like the Falcons, I think this is the perfect game to tease. You can tease Falcons from -3 through to a plus number and through the other side, as they say. Like I said, I think the Panthers win this game outright. Maybe it's because I don't know. I hate the Falcons and I can't get to take the blinders off. But I think the Panthers win this game. This is one of the games that I think the public is wrong on. What'd you say?
If you see the gear you're wearing, it's kind of hard to hear anything you got to say about the Falcons. It's hard to take it serious.
Hey, it's game day, baby. Houston Texans
Love it.
+10 against the Ravens. You like the Ravens -10 like everybody else, or are you staying away from this game? I'm staying away from it.
Way too big of a number, staying away.
What'd you think about
I don't think I was going to say real quick, I don't think the Texans are going to do much, but I just think it's one of those points where the Ravens could be up and then just start running the ball. And they should win by 10, but I'm not going to bet on them to win by 10 in case they just have a weird game. It's their first game in a new offense, too.
What you think about the total? 43.5 feels low for a Ravens game.
It's a number.
It's a number.
I really don't know. I have nothing. I got nothing on this total, really. 43 is not bad, but something I've learned and I've been hearing about that's not a bad idea. I forgot to do it, though. I don't know what the Texans are. I'm gonna see if I can do this while I'm talking real quick. Look at the totals, and then I like looking at like what the teams are supposed to score. I'm not gonna be able to find it in time, so I'm not gonna do it now. But I don't know what the Texans are predicted to score. But if it's not around like 20ish, I don't think the Ravens are gonna drop like 30 on their head. I think if they get to the 20s or something, they're gonna start running the ball and just destroying the clock. So I think it could be like a 28-10 game, potentially somewhere around there. So I mean, the over is not terrible, but I'm going to stay away personally.
Hell yeah.
I just don't know how.
My next bet, I have the Bengals on the money line. I got it -124 and -134. Right now, it currently sits at -126. The spread on this game, 1.5 favored to the Bengals on the road. Total set at 47 and a hook. I'm all over the Bengals, which scares me because I feel like the whole world is all over the Bengals. And before you get on this real quick, just to touch on something back in college, you gave out Kansas -3. That line is currently moved to -3.5 and is suspended. So I don't know what's going on with that game, but there's some money getting put down on Kansas as we speak. But where you at on this Bengals Browns?
This is probably going to end up being another one. Stay away from me. Bengals are 1-6 their last 6 games against the Browns. Joe Burrow, like you said, quarterbacks you don't play in the preseason usually don't do well. I know Joe Burrow, it's different, but he didn't play in the preseason. That does scare me. Might take him a little bit to get going. This is going to be probably stay away from me. I mean, it's going to be one of those things, like if I can get the Bengals at a good number live, I'll probably take something like that. If I can get them like +3 or if I can get like +7. But I just don't want to force this game. I want to take the Bengals, but everything about me is just scared of the Browns because it's been the last few years I've been betting the Bengals against the Browns, and the Browns just slapped that ass. So I'm good. I'm good right now. I respect it though. If I'm going to take a side, I'm going to take the Bengals, but I just can't get myself to do it. Honestly, I'm a scared boy.
I know you like this game. Vikings at home, -5.5, taking on the Buccaneers, baby. Total 45 in a hook. Where you at on this game? I have nothing.
Why are we forgetting about the Vikings, man? The Buccaneers are going to be bad this year. The Vikings, I know their defense is going to be a little suspect this year, but last year they played the Packers and they got on to the right foot, blew them out. I think they could do something similar in this spot. So I'm going to take the 5.5. Now, I gave it out a 6 and I was okay with it. So I'll take the 5.5. And it looks like it might be going the other way still. Actually, no, it looks like it's going that way.
I don't know why all the love is coming in on the Bucks last minute, and I never understood all the hate on the Vikings. I don't give a damn about playoff success when you're talking week one betting lines. Kirk Cousins is a great regular season quarterback, especially on a
What
game
time's the game at?
that's at high noon. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yes, sir.
Vikings, I definitely love this game. Honestly, I don't know why I haven't bet this game. I think it's just you get to a number of bets where you just overloaded and you don't take any more.
That's
But
how I felt about the Bengals. I feel you there exactly. Just got to the number. It's like, do I need to bet another?
Cardinals are +7 against the Commanders. I don't think anybody gives a damn about this game. Total set at 38 and a hook. I wouldn't touch this game with a 10-foot pole tied to the end of my big toe.
I got one stat for this game. Cardinals are projected to score 15 points and the overs at 38.5.
You leaning under?
I mean, honestly, do you think Commanders are going to score about 24? I mean, I'm not going to take anything, but I'd be almost tempted to lean under just because of the low totals. Because I just don't know what to expect from this game. It's just disgusting, honestly.
Yeah.
I have Jahan Dotson for fantasy. I'm excited for that, but past that, I don't want anything in this game.
Yeah, this might be the ugliest game of the weekend. I wouldn't touch the under or the over. I think Sam Howell could put up some points if he gets rolling. I think the Cardinals are trying to go 0-17, and if they win 3 games, they'll be upset with their GM and their
For
coach.
competitive advantage, they didn't name a starting quarterback, and then they named. I mean, they're bad, bro.
It's a joke.
We don't need to waste our time on them.
It's a joke going on in
You got that
Glendale,
fire in your
Arizona.
gut. You got that fire in your gut. Who took the bus here? God, their social media team is just not doing that boy any favors.
I'm gonna say this
I gotta say.
about the Cardinals, about the Diamondbacks, about the Suns, and about the Coyotes. All 4 of these teams are in Phoenix, Arizona, and all 4 of these teams have the worst, by far the worst, social media teams I've ever seen. Just straight up cringeworthy, stomach-turning tweets left and right from these teams. I mean, it is ugly and embarrassing. Moving on.
They're just cooking Gannon, man. I want to like him, but they're putting him in some bad spots, man.
I mean, he's a sacrificial lamb. Go out there, coach 2 or 3 years.
Really?
Go 3-47, and then we'll figure out a new coach when we get better.
Horribly ran franchise.
Poverty. Titans, baby.
Poverty.
Of Tennessee, coming down to the Big Easy, the Dirty South, New Orleans Saints, favored by 3. Total set at 41 and a hook. I usually don't bet Saints games, but I'd be lying if I didn't have money on this over. 41.5 seems way too low for me. You telling me this game can't be 24-21 at the very least? I don't know why this over hasn't moved either. I don't know if people just don't care about the Titans or the Saints, but it's funny to me, especially in this day and age. I'm about to get off topic for a second. Just how much like the spotlight will be put on certain games. You know what I mean? Instead of just
it's weird.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, this line will move 7 points, but this line over here that's way better value won't even get touched. Same thing with Texas State. It just blows my mind that Colorado moves 10 points and Texas State moves the opposite way towards the University of Texas San Antonio.
I say it's literally. I mean, we know why it goes. It's all because of the media, man. Media. You can get a story with Deion Sanders in the title, Shadur Sanders. When you say that, you're gonna get clicks. You talk about Texas State, it's like Texas who? There's a lot of people don't. There's a lot of casual college fans who I bet didn't even know that was a team until this year.
Man, Texas State. Where you at on these?
I agree with you. It's crazy. Give me the Titans +3, baby. All it is, it's simply for coaching. Give me Braves and give me points. That's the only reason. Give me Braves, give me points. I don't care if I lose the bet. I'm going to take it all day. I would not be shocked if the Saints win. I think the Saints probably should win, but I'm just going to take the points with Vrabel. That's about it. Honestly,
I'll tell you
I don't
this.
got much to give you.
I'll tell you this 100% in my heart and my soul.
Saints win, Titans cover, maybe.
If I wasn't in a Saints jersey, a Saints hat, and drinking out of a Saints cup, my favorite bet on this board is Titans +3. The disrespect to the Tennessee Titans this year is just ugly. Dennis Allen and Derek Carr, 2 wins to 4,000 losses together as a duo. Derek Carr and Dennis Allen might be the most overrated, trashiest combination I've ever seen. I've never seen Derek Carr do anything that made me say, now this guy's good. I've never seen Dennis Allen coach a game properly. Rooting for the Saints, can't bet against them because that'll just ruin my whole Sunday. I will be.
And the Titans are prepared. too. Like, no matter what the Saints do, you know the Titans are coming in prepared. They're going to play hard. They're going to play tough, and they're going to be in the game.
And
That's what you can expect from the Titans.
Derrick Henry up the middle will dominate this game. Saints have a weak middle. Their best edge rushers. I mean, their best rushers are on the edge. I don't know, man. I love the Saints as a team. That's why I don't bet on Saints games. It's the one team that I don't let my fandom. I let my fandom rule, but I do love this Titans +3. I think it's disrespectful to have the Saints -3 after what we've seen the last not one season, not 2 seasons, but 3 seasons. Saints have just been atrocious.
Mike Thomas is back.
Mike Thomas is back. And I'll tell you this, I was excited about him coming back in 2020. I was excited about him coming back in 2021. I was excited about him coming back in 2022. At this point, bruh, you're going to have to show me again that you that man. I ain't excited about you coming back no more. I am zero excitement about Derek Carr being our quarterback. But anyway, I don't want to go on too many rants. From my team to your team, Jacksonville, the Jaguars.
Now it's my turn to rant.
The Jaguars taking on the Colts. Colts 4.5 home dogs. I will be on the Colts plus whatever number they give me Sunday morning. Hopefully it's a 5, 5.5. But I will take this at 4.5 if I have to.
Yep, give me the Colts for a lot of reasons. One, I don't think they showed off Anthony Richardson too much in the preseason, so I think what Shane Steichen's going to be able to cook up. 2, Zach Moss is not playing in the game. Yay! We hate Zach Moss. Deion Jackson. That means Deion Jackson and Evan Hull are going to get a lot of the carries, which is really good. I like the vulture Zach Moss, not just eating up carries for 2 yards. I'd like quick tangent real quick. Love Zach Moss the person. Zach Moss the player. Holy shit, dude, just averages like 2.3 yards a carry. I'm just kidding. It couldn't be way better. Anytime I watch him run the ball, I just watch him run 2 yards and get tackled. But give me the Colts plus 4.5, +5.5. Biggest reason, for whatever reason, Jacksonville and the Colts just have some weird voodoo with each other. Colts have not won in Jacksonville for forever. Jacksonville has not won in Indianapolis since 2017. 2017 was the last year that Jacksonville won in Indianapolis. I know it's really hard to bet on like a rookie quarterback and a rookie head coach in the first game, but give me the Colts with the points. Give me the Colts on the money line. I think they'll come out at least week 1 and come out strong at least. Even if they lose, I think they should be able to come out strong. I'm not impressed with the Jaguars. I know they're good, but like, what is there to be impressed by? The Chargers blew an absolute lead. Like, Chargers blew an all-time lead. Jacksonville had a really weird game against the Cowboys that they just magically won. Then they had a really weirder game the week after. Then they had that game. Then they should have beat the Chiefs without Patrick Mahomes, and they lose to them. They just had a really weird end of the season. I did not like what I saw from it, so I'm going to go on the Colts to start the year.
Yeah, I will say this. The Jaguars is getting that Josh Allen and Bills treatment from 3-4 years
Yeah,
ago.
and by the way, they're the Jacksonville Jaguars. What did they do in 2017? Almost made it to the Super Bowl, and then they had the first number 1 overall pick twice a few years later.
One of my favorite bets, and also one of the bets I think is automatically going to lose because the whole world is on it. Eagles -4 taking on the Pats of New England. A lot of home dogs week 1 for the NFL. New England.
I'm Brady coming back.
+4. Anything on this game? I'm on the Eagles -3.5. I would still take it at -4.
Yep, I'm probably gonna be on the -4 as well. Also, I wasn't kidding though. They're honoring Tom Brady at this game. That's why they're bringing him back. So, such a weird game to bring him back to. Yeah, the Eagles are getting a really good game getting the Patriots here early, while the Patriots still figuring themselves out. Give me the Eagles -4.
And to make it even funnier, Tony Romo will be in the booth for this game. I don't know, Jim.
Drinking.
Raiders taking on.
I need another Red Bull. Bean, Jim.
Raiders Broncos. Where you at on this one? Raiders +3.5 looks good to me. Sean Payton's my guy, though. I think he's going to get Russell Wilson in that offense right. I am staying away 100% on this game.
Yep. Staying away as well, but if I was going to pick a side, I'd probably lean the Broncos. But this is literally this is one of those games where why bet on it, honestly. Both these teams stunk last year. Both these teams, well, I guess the Raiders are projected to sink this year. The Broncos truly are. Who knows what the hell they're going to be. So, yeah, I'm just going to stay away and try to figure out who these teams are.
Over the last 24 hours, money has been coming in on the Los Angeles Rams at a heavy rate, moving the line about 1.5 points. You got Seahawks right now favored by 4. I don't get it. I don't know what news came out that moved it. I heard about this line movement last night. Didn't really give a damn to look into it. I don't have any position on this game. I don't know if you do. But it is kind of funny that the Rams, and maybe it's just because, simply put, they still got Stafford, still got Donald, still the damn Rams, and the Seahawks still the damn Seahawks. So I don't know.
A lot of this was from last year. I know the Rams played them close last year. Like the Rams, this is one of the Rams' better games last year. Was both times they played the Seahawks. Michael Lombardi, I forget what he came out if it was on his podcast or Pat McAfee show or another show, but he's coming out and talking about how this was a pretty decent spot for the Rams where they probably could win it. So I know he's been a person who's been talking about him. So I'm assuming there's a lot of other people who have the same type of thinking. But I'm shocked that Cooper Kupp is announced that he's not playing and the line moves the other direction. I took the Seahawks minus 5.5 solely for the reason they don't have Cooper Kupp. The offensive line for the Rams, I don't think as much has improved either from last year. I think it's relatively the same. Their defense is Aaron Donald and a bunch of, I mean, their average age on their team, they're the third youngest team in the NFL. It's them, the Houston Texans, and the Indianapolis Colts. Those are the three youngest teams in the NFL. I really like what the Seahawks are going to be this year, especially at home. Line moved in my favor. Give me the Seahawks -4. Give it to me. I love it.
Love it, man.
Give me DK to score too for fun for my fantasy team. Give it to me.
I like that too, man. The oldest rivalry in football, Packers, the Bears in Chicago. Pretty much even on this game. 1.5 point favorites are the Bears at home. Money line, both teams favored by a little bit. Over under set at 41 and the hook. I have nothing on this game. If I had to lean anything, it'd be the Bears at home.
Well, I am off the Bears because I'm just kidding. I'm not on them. Bears haven't beat Packers since 2018. I know Aaron Rodgers was there, but that's the thing, man. The Packers defense can be really good. I took this line at plus 100. Give me the Packers money line. I love them. I love the Packers this week. I like their defense. I think Jordan Love doesn't have to play like amazing. He just has to play well enough. Only thing that does scare me, Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson both having hamstring issues. That is scary for your two top wide receivers. But I want to see if Justin Fields doesn't throw the ball still. I want to see if he does throw it a little bit more. The Bears signed DJ Moore, and everyone thinks they're going to be a 12-win team. Apparently, I don't.
That's the craziest thing I've seen all season. I saw that earlier this week as well. Bears projected to go 12-5. Honestly, that's the only thing that made me take the Bears. I was thinking Packers all season, and then they're like Bears going 12-5. I was like, well, hot ham.
I might just be stupid, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I've heard it for 4 years now that the Bears are going to be. I've been around Bears fans for a while now, and every year I hear the Bears are going to be good this year, and every year it's been the same damn thing.
That's how I feel about the damn Saints, man.
Unbelievable.
Miami, Tua Tagovailoa taking on the Chargers. This might be the most exciting game in the afternoon slate as far as viewing pleasure. Chargers -3. I don't have anything on this game, but I do like the Chargers in this game, and I like the Chargers by a lot. Last year, we saw the defense of the Chargers take away all those small passes from Tua. The quick passes made him think a little bit, hesitate a little bit. Then the pass rush started getting to him. So Mike McDaniel's a smart guy. I'm sure he could counter that, and he has a whole offseason to counter that and look at film. But I don't know, man. I think Herbert and Pickett both Kenny Pickett and George Pickens.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
My bad. I don't know what happened to my camera, by the way. I'm still here, though.
Oh, you good. I didn't even notice. I thought you were just looking at your phone.
My thing just froze. I'm still here. Feel free to I'm on. I won't lie. I really do like this game. I'm on. I'm not on anything, but I would take the Chargers. Chargers were a juggernaut at home last year, and then against the road they were awful. Dolphins were so on the road last year, juggernaut at home.
Like the Chargers. I love it. Yeah, I haven't bet it either. Sunday Night Football, baby. The G-Men, the Giants, New York Football Giants at home, 3.5 point favorites at home, taking on the Cowboys. I have a bet on the Giants plus 3.5. Do you have anything on this game? I lost them completely. Man, please. I'll give out my bets. Giants plus 3.5. Definitely on that. New York Jets plus 118 on the money line. Definitely on that. I like the Chargers. Just to give out all my bets. Bengals money line. Saints Titans over 41.5. Colts plus 5, plus 4.5, whatever you can get. Eagles minus 3.5. Giants plus 3.5. Jets plus 118 on the money line. Feel like I'm missing something. Sorry, I got all razzle dazzled, frazzle pazzled. It is also Friday night, baby, which means there's some baseball to be played. I have 3 bets for you tonight in baseball that I will get to in a second. Now that I'm in my bet slip, let me read off all of these. Over 47.5, Utah Baylor. This is college. Notre Dame minus 7.5. Over 55.5, Syracuse Western Michigan. I will take the 57 that's on the board. Mississippi, Ole Miss minus 7.5, taking on the Green Wave. Texas State on the money line 3 times. Over 63.5 on Texas State. Not sure if I would take that at 66, but hey, why the hell not? Bengals, baby, on the money line. Let's jump to the NFL. Najee Harris, 1+ touchdown. Steelers, 49ers. Over 41 in the hook. Saints, Titans. Eagles, Patriots. Eagles, minus 3.5. Giants, plus 3 and a hook there. I think because I had the Chiefs like 3 different ways, I feel like I'm short on a few bets. But that game already happened. My dog, I got you. You good. I don't know why. There it is. My man, JCP is back. I just ran through all my plays, college and NFL. I don't know if you want to recap yours.
I got you. Again, my fault, people. I think my setup just literally imploded. I'm gonna have to, and now I gotta fix my mic again. I gotta fix my camera. Like it imploded. But yeah, I'm on Kansas. I'll run through college real quick. Kansas minus 3, Colorado minus 2.5, Colorado plus 8 for us people last week. Notre Dame minus 7.5, UMass plus 7, Texas plus 13.5, Ole Miss minus 7.5, UConn money line, Eastern Michigan plus 20.5,
Texas
Auburn
State.
minus 6.5. Yeah. Oh, money line potentially too as well. Maybe we'll see.
No, you said
I'm on
Texas
the spread for
plus
sure though.
13.5.
Oh, my fault. Texas
Yeah.
State plus 13.5, Texas plus 7.5. My fault. Seahawks minus 4, Packers money line, Jets money line, Vikings minus 5.5, Titans plus 3, Colts plus 4.5, Eagles minus 4. Shout out the setup again, baby. That's imploding.
Yes, sir. Now I think I am gonna jump on that Vikings with you, man. F the Bucks. You know? Baseball, baby. It is Friday. There is baseball to be played tonight. Last thing I want to throw out there: college football. Oklahoma State minus 3. I like it. And I will be on the Kansas minus 3 with my man JCP tonight. Tonight on the diamond, give me the Mets. Kodai Senga on the bump for the Mets, but this is more of a fade of Dallas Keuchel, one of the worst pitchers, if not the worst pitcher in the last 2 or 3 seasons. Give me the Mets on the money line. I think they can put up some runs early and hold it off. As bad as the Mets are, one thing I do trust is their bullpen. Dodgers, the Brooklyn Bums on the run line. Give me them to blow out the Nationals like they blew out the Marlins last night. Give me the run line on the Dodgers, minus 105. And in this bet right here, I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate it so much. Give me the Blue Jays on the run line. I don't even remember who the hell they play, but I hate the Blue Jays this season, and I don't know why I keep betting them,
too.
but it's just something about them. They're taking on the damn Royals of Kansas City with Kikuchi on the mound. If you can't beat the Royals, get the hell up out my face. Those are the 3 plays tonight in Major League Baseball. Mets money line, Dodgers run line, Blue Jays run line.
Love it. I got nothing. I'm officially retired from baseball till playoffs, probably.
Hey, man, that's when I retire. I don't bet playoffs. That shit is, woo!
I probably won't even bet that. We'll see. I say now that football's here, I'm basically to the point. I packed my bags. I got out of the office, shut off the lights, locked the door. We'll see you next season.
Yes, sir, man. Happy birthday once again, my man, Jaden Chandler Parnell. Follow him on Twitter and wish him a happy birthday at Jaden.
Follow on X.
95 Chandler, my man. Hey, you gotta get it right. Am I right? On the X, baby. Yeah, man.
Hilarious.
This Captain by a Hook with the red beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs, going live with my man JCP on the 8th of September. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the love, and thank you for the support. Please take all wagers at your own risk, and please gamble responsibly. Dobbs.